I am here at Chessington World of Adventures. This park is a really special park to me. It's a park I went to a lot growing up as a kid, back when I was terrified of big coasters. So I think this is a great park for overcoming your fear of roller coasters if you have one. They've got a lovely variety of coasters. Yeah, they've not got massive thrilling coasters, but they recently built Mandrill Mayhem, which is their first inverting coaster. So it's going to be great getting on that. Yeah, they've got 4 roller coasters that I'll be getting on today. So my name is Max Grindon and this is Max Junior. Okay, the park has just opened at 10 o'clock on the dot as well, so they haven't opened the park early like they do at some of the other parks. That is Dragon's Fury, just behind those trees there. I remember coming here 3 years ago and looking up at Dragon's Fury and being absolutely terrified. I wouldn't ride it. I definitely wouldn't ride this, Mandrill Mayhem, which hadn't been constructed back then, but yeah, you'll learn more about my story of how I overcame my fear of coasters in this video. But right now, there's only one coaster I want to get on, and it's their newest edition. It opened in 2023, and it's Mandrill Mayhem. It was their first coaster to go upside down, and you go upside down twice on this thing. It is a B&M shuttle coaster. It's a wing coaster as well, the second wing coaster in the United Kingdom. And it's got several launches, this thing, and they're pretty whippy as well. I've just entered the queue line now, and just look at this theming. So Mandrill Mayhem, it's themed to the world of Jumanji, the new Jumanji movies with like Dwayne Johnson and Jack Black. They're quite good movies, so I'm not opposed to the theming at all. I think it's a great land, and yeah. I have just come off Mandrill Mayhem. I've ridden it 2 times and both were on the right side of the train. They've got assigned seating there, so I mean I haven't requested a row yet, so I will ask next time I ride it whether I can ride the back row, because the back row is actually facing backwards. You might just notice on the train the people here at the front are actually on the back, and they're the only ones facing that direction. The rest of the train are facing forwards as you launch up into that helix. So yeah, this thing has 4 launches in total. Obviously using 2 of the same launches because it is a shuttle coaster. So first off, you launch backwards into a backwards spike there. You can just about see it. Yeah, you launch backwards out of the station and you get a lovely little bit of pop of airtime, or just that sort of feeling in your stomach as you're launching backwards and turning into that spike. Yeah, that's great, and it really depends what seat you ride on this thing as to what experience you're going to get, because if you sit further back on the train, when you're going up that backwards spike, you will get more hang time and a bigger drop, whereas if you sit further forward on the train, you're going to go higher up this helix here, right to the top there. So you've got pros and cons as to where you sit on the train. I reckon the best place to sit on this is probably towards the back row. But yeah, this thing is really good fun. I mean, it's not the longest of rides because, I mean, it is a shuttle coaster, and It's a little bit frustrating that they chose to go with the shuttle coaster because they can only run one train, which isn't great for capacity. So on busy days, this thing will really struggle to get the queues down, basically. So I would expect long queues with Mandrill Mayhem on busy days. But so far, early in the morning, it's been really quiet today, which is great. Now, after the backward spike, you launch into this barrel roll here. So you've got vest restraints on these. The vests don't lock up, so you're literally hanging out of your seat. For most people, they will appreciate the vest restraint, especially if you're getting into coasters and this is your first upside down coaster. Yeah, it's a really good first upside down coaster, this one, because yeah, you do get some good hang time. So it is a true trial by fire, I'd say. Yeah, you go upside down twice. This thing, it's great fun. As you launch out of the helix backwards, and as it goes into this turn here, you get another good little pop of air time. So yeah, overall, Mandrill Mayhem is a really fun coaster and a great addition to the park because it is a really good stepping stone into more thrilling coasters. Yeah, it's a really good ride. So having just come out of the world of Jumanji, I'm now making my way into Wild Woods, which is where the Vampire is located. Look, Mandrill Mayhem, it is my favourite ride in the park, but the Vampire has to be my second favourite. I used to love the Vampire as a kid. It's a arrow suspended coaster, so which I've done 3 of in the world. So there was one at Cedar Point that I rode, and one at Canada's Wonderland. And the one at Canada's Wonderland, oh my god, it was the best of the model I've ever ridden. So be sure to check out that video where I'm at Canada's Wonderland. Yeah, that was a great day. I was credit chasing that day. They had 18 roller coasters for me to get on, which was just, yeah, crazy. But anyway, the Vampire, here it is. So it goes through a forest, so it's such a lovely ride, flying through the forest here and the tall trees. I mean, it is great fun. Yeah, and it's not too intense as well, so I think it's a ride for all members of the family can enjoy. I mean, it's got a few drops on it, and there was a drop that used to give me that stomach drop feeling that would scare me sometimes. So there would be days when I was younger where I wouldn't ride it because I was too scared, but no, it's great fun. And these have the new Vekoma trains on it as well. They got rid of the original arrow suspended trains, which had a lot more swing. But at least with these ones, your legs are dangling. And I've just entered the station building for the Vampire. I think the vibe in here is just fantastic. Look at this. We've got an animatronic there playing the piano. I have just come off the Vampire. I waited for the front row and oh, that takes me back. I absolutely love this thing. Yeah, it's not too intense, but to be fair, you do get some speed down some of the drops. So like especially this one here. So you sort of twist into, it's like one of the final drops on the ride. You get some good speed there. And while these are the newer Vekoma trains, you still get a nice bit of swing as well. They're definitely not fixed in place like a B&M inverted coaster. These ones definitely have some swing, and going through just the forest on the front row and just seeing everything and having your legs dangling, it's great fun. It's a really, really nice ride. It's a little bit janky. I wouldn't say it's rough, because you don't, even though they're over the shoulder restraints, you're not getting much head banging at all really. So this thing, it opened in 1990, so it's been around for quite some time. It's probably due a retrack really, so it's probably not got that long left here at Chessington. So obviously the park will have to decide whether they keep it and retrack it, or whether they reimagine it into a newer model coaster, because obviously Aerodynamics, the manufacturer that built the original track, is no longer around anymore. Yeah, they went bust a long time ago. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Chessington chooses to replace the Vampire when its time is eventually up. But it will be sad to lose this coaster. Yeah, I absolutely love the element of it just going through the forest. And it's got 2 lift hills as well, so it's a nice long ride. So having just come out of the Vampire area, I've made my way to the Sea Lion Bay. So Chessington World of Adventures was originally a zoo, and they've kept that aspect as a part of the theme park. So you've got lovely sea lions in here, and I'm just about to go through a walk around some other animal enclosures that they've got here at the park. So yeah, it's just to the left of the wild woods. Okay, I've just completed the Trail of the Kings. Yeah, they also had like a gorilla pen in there with loads of gorillas. And they had a cute little baby one, well, a younger one in there, which was quite cool. Quite a few of the pens were empty, so I guess it's potluck as to whether they're inside their little like enclosures indoors, which are out of sight. So, but yeah, it was good fun. I mean, if you're into animals, it's definitely a theme park for you. So a small section of the park has been boarded up at the moment because they are constructing a new land. So they've shrunken the size of the Mexicana themed land, and they're putting in a Paw Patrol land. It's also where the old Scorpion Express roller coaster used to be, a Mack powered coaster, and that Scorpion Express was also the Runaway Mine Train prior to 2012, and that used to be one of my favourite rides here. So it's a shame they've removed that Mack powered coaster, but I think they were having issues with it, and instead they're replacing it with a much more junior coaster. This is definitely aimed at the younger ones, but no, it's looking like a good investment. It's Paw Patrol, so yeah, it will be exciting to see what comes in 2026. Okay, I've made my way to Rattlesnake. Now this is quite a rough coaster. It's a Maurer wild mouth, but I absolutely love this thing. It delivers great lateral G-forces. You can't see it much through the trees there, but yeah, I'll let you know how it rides. I've just ridden the rattlesnake, and yeah, it does throw you around a little bit, but I love that thing. It's great fun. It's a good laugh. It's got 3 drops on it, and I'll tell you what, this used to be my absolute limit back when I was afraid of coasters and big drops. So I could handle the rattlesnake. So I just found these lateral moments just so much fun, where you feel like the train is gonna fall off the tracks. So yeah, be sure to check out the video where I explain how I overcame my fear of roller coasters. Yeah, it talks all about my horrible stomach drop feeling that kept me from going on really big coasters. Yeah, this is another quite old coaster here at Chessington, so I do wonder how long it has at the park. It's not got great throughput because the cars are quite small and it obviously only fit 4 people. To be honest, I can only really fit myself in like one of the rows. It would be a really tight squeeze to get 2 people in there. I'm sitting on my own in the middle of the row. I'm like flying around the car, but I mean, I think it's a great laugh. It's a good fun coaster. And also, if you've made it this far into the video, please be sure to smash that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It's completely free and it really helps out the channel. I've just had my lunch there at the coffee hut, which is operated by Costa Coffee. When I was last here at Chessington, it was literally 2 years ago, and I ate in the Drop and Chicken, which is over by Tomb Blaster. And I had the worst chicken burger of my life. Absolutely tragic. So I thought I wouldn't make the same mistake. So I literally got a tuna and cheese, like a toasted panini, like a baguette sort of thing, from that Costa place. And you still got your 20% off if you have a Merlin annual pass. So that's quite good. And yeah, the toasted panini was actually quite nice. It wasn't too bad. So yeah, I would recommend that coffee hut. I wouldn't recommend really eating at many of the food places here, because a few years ago Merlin changed their food operator to Arrowmark, and yeah, it's really not great. They used to have a Burger King here over in the Vampire area, and it used to be fantastic. You know, it's such a shame that Merlin have removed these, you know, the proper fast food chains from their parks. Thank God they're still at Thorpe Park. Yeah, but I mean, Alton Towers used to have McDonald's and KFC, and yeah, it is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I would recommend either bringing a picnic as well, save some money, or yeah, eat in that coffee hut. Yes, I do have my hood up. It has just started raining again. I mean, the rain today, it's been on and off all day. Who would have thought that the first vlog I film at a British theme park and it would be raining? Typical, isn't it? But yeah, I'm heading over to Zufari now, which is a safari style ride where you sit on a big truck and go around the animal enclosures inside the park. So yeah, I'll show you some clips from that. I've just ridden Zufari and that was a really good ride. So you got to see rhinos there, giraffes and quite a few other animals. So yeah, it was good fun. And then at the end you go into like a show scene, which originally, I remember riding this way back when it opened, it would pour like a bunch of water down some rocks as like a little jump scare, and then that effect stopped working. So for quite some time there was literally just rock work inside that warehouse, but I'm pleased to say they've rethemed it now inside there. It reminds me a lot of the Avatar land in Animal Kingdom. It's like a lovely sort of environment in there. It's a lovely atmosphere in there, and it's a nice way to end the ride as well. After having just been on Zufari, I'm now heading to do the Croc Drop, which is an SBF Visa drop tower. They don't have much force, these. Should still be good fun, and I'll let you know how it rides. I've just come off Croc Drop, and that is a really good introduction to drop towers for those that are just getting into them. If you've watched my Waldermere vlog, I mentioned that the drop towers, I really don't like drop towers. I also mentioned it in my Canada's Wonderland vlog, so be sure to check those out if you haven't watched them already. I won't ride tall drop towers and ones which are really forceful unless I have to, because all they do is give you that stomach drop feeling, which is what I used to be terrified of. The feeling is caused by fear, and I'm kind of scared when going up drop towers, so it does deliver that scary stomach drop feeling. But anyway, what do I think of Croc Drop? Well, it doesn't give you any real airtime. I wasn't expecting airtime on this, but it does give you those butterflies in your tummy. Even though, you know, I'm not frightened of it, it still delivers those butterflies in your tummy, and that is good fun. It's also got some great views as well. It's only been the last couple days where the gondola hasn't been spinning round. I was talking to a ride attendant and it stopped working due to the rain. So hopefully they get it back up and running soon. But yeah, it does tend to rotate. So hopefully that's only a temporary issue. But yeah, I sat towards the back there on seat 1. And I got some great views of London. I could see all the skyscrapers, the Shard. Yeah, you get some lovely views on this ride. It replaced Ramesses Revenge in 2021. So before Croc Drop, there was a really intense flat ride by Huss. It was a Huss top spin. And I used to love watching that thing just off ride. I'd never be willing to go on it because, you know, I would now, but back then I was way too terrified to actually ride Ramesses Revenge. And yeah, it looked fantastic. It is somewhat of a shame that they've had to remove it, but I think this is quite a good replacement. So yeah, I think Croc Drop is great. So I'm just heading to the log flume they've got here called Tiger Rock, but I'm just passing like a much smaller log flume, like literally a very kiddie log flume, which looks great for the kids. It's got a very small drop. Yeah, this replaced the old Ferris wheel they used to have here, and I really like that Ferris wheel, so I was quite disappointed. But yeah, it's a proper ride now, which is good. Yeah, look how small the boats are. It's great. On my way to Tiger Rock, they've got these amazing tortoises. Wow. And he looks like he's chilling there. Look. Yeah, these are just next to that smaller log flume I was showing you earlier. And I'm just entering the land of the tiger now. They've apparently got tigers around here, so let's try and find them. Are they out? Oh, there's none in there. So they can walk over that walkway there, which is quite mad. Any in here? No. Well, I'll try and find them for you. There he is. A tiger has been spotted. And he's walking over the walkway there. That's brilliant, isn't it?
I love these.
Wow. And the weather's cheered up a bit now, so I'm heading on to Tiger Rock. So hopefully I don't get too wet. It's such a shame that so many theme parks around the world are removing their log flumes. Like, I used to love the one at Alton Towers, although that was fair enough because they've replaced the log flume at Alton Towers with a brilliant wooden roller coaster that is Wicker Man. But no, I love a good log flume. They're lovely and calm, and then you've got the thrill of the drop as well. And look at this. I've just entered the station now for Tiger Rock. I absolutely love it in here. Look at the theming. It's all like a Chinese style. Yeah, it's got a great atmosphere in here. I've just got off Tiger Rock, and I love a good log flume, I really do. It's just quite mad that there's literally no restraint. You're literally just sitting in the boat. I love the log flumes because you get a nice calm, like meandering around, and then you go into a nice small introductory drop here, and then you climb up the main lift hill. And when you're up at the top there and moving round ready for the drop, you get some great views of London and the skyscrapers all in that city. Again, another location to get those great views in. And I didn't get too wet on there either. I sat on the front row, didn't get too wet. Like, I'm perfectly happy. I'll dry off pretty soon, I reckon. But anyway, normally you can walk up this pathway just to the right of the entrance to get into the Wild Asia themed land, which had the Cobra flat ride, the monkey swingers, and it had some bumper cars in there as well. But this is their next major project and their next major investment here at Chessington World of Adventures. They are building a Minecraft themed land with an indoor roller coaster. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm a big fan of Minecraft. I've played it since I was really young, and it's the most downloaded game of all time. So it's great that Chessington have secured that IP. I mean, I did really like the Wild Asia themed land, so I guess it is somewhat sad to lose it, but I really don't mind, considering that we're getting a new roller coaster at the park. And the Cobra ride as well is getting rethemed into Minecraft as well, and it will be remaining. So that's all really exciting. And I've made my way out of the Land of the Tiger now, and I'm heading on to Dragon's Fury. So Dragon's Fury opened all the way back in 2004, the year I was born, and this thing's great. It's a Mara spinner coaster. The only other one I've done of these is Spinball Whizzer at Alton Towers, and from memory I prefer Dragon's Fury. So, but who knows, my opinion might have changed by then, so stick around for my review when I get on. I've just come off Dragon's Fury, and that thing's great. I didn't get much spin on it though, so I only sat with someone else on one row, and the row behind us was empty. So for some reason, because there was no one in the row behind us, yeah, I didn't get much spin on it. Despite that, it's still a great layout. It reminds me a little bit of the Vampire because you are going through the forest. So that's great fun. The best moments are when you're going down drops backwards on it. There's a few little airtime hills on it, and yeah, when you go down them backwards, that is what I would say is the best part about Dragon's Fury. But the thing is, because you're spinning, each new ride is going to be completely different. So, but yeah, I think it's a great ride. I think this is definitely better than the Mara spinner at Alton Towers, Spinball Whizzer, just because, I mean, Spinball Whizzer's more compact, but yeah, I just like the fact that this has what feels like a longer layout. As I touched on earlier in the vlog, I could not ride Dragon's Fury just 3 years ago when I was terrified of coasters. Now, I've come to Chessington quite a lot as a kid, and never once would I step foot on Dragon's Fury. It's just that drop that just looked too intimidating for me. even though it's one of those coasters here that's it's not too thrilling, so I still feel like this is another example of a nice stepping stone for those getting over their fear of coasters. And as it's not far from Dragon's Fury, I'm heading over to the world of Jumanji again to ride Mandrill Mayhem. Today has been a brilliant day because even though when I'm recording this, it's the first week of school holidays here in the UK, so parks tend to get really busy with all the kids breaking up. But because it was raining at the start of the day, and because the rain's been on and off today, the queues have been really quiet today. I found a great day to come here. Yeah, I've been really lucky with the queues, so I've gotten quite a lot today. And just look at the theming of this land. Wow, what a photo opportunity right in front of the Jaguar there. I think the fact that this coaster traverses the entire border of this world is just really quite unique, and it's very, very clever. And yeah, this coaster is something special. It is really good fun, and it's that moment there where if you're sitting on the right, from my experience, when you're turning into that twist there, you get a nice little bit of airtime, or at least that feeling of butterflies in your stomach. Yeah, it's great. I'm just heading into the queue line now for Mandrill Mayhem. It's one of the rides that has a single rider, which you just love to see. And I've just got off my third ride on Mandrill Mayhem of the day. I did ask to get the back row, but I wasn't allowed to wait for it because it was apparently too busy. But oh well, it's fine. I've got some more thoughts about Mandrill Mayhem. So something I didn't mention in the previous review on it, it does definitely have a little bit of a rumble, like a bit of a rattle. Yeah, it's a bit juddering. I wouldn't call it a rattle, and I wouldn't say it's rough, but I wouldn't be surprised if you ride this several times in a row that you might get a headache. It doesn't take away from it too much. It's not unbearable whatsoever. But I have only sat on it on the outward seats, so the ones furthest away, which when it comes to rattles, they tend to be the seats with the most rattle on it. Oh, and by the way, the operations on this, I alluded to it earlier, how because it's a shuttle coaster, they only run one train. The operations for this, I was waiting in line for quite a while there. The time between dispatches are massive. Like the train's sitting in the station for quite some time before it launches off again, and that's the downside with shuttle coasters, is they haven't got great capacity, just because you can only run one train. I'll give you another example as well. It's like when I'm waiting to film this thing, I'm just waiting ages for a train to go round. So yeah, the operations aren't that great with it, but you've got to weigh up the advantages and the disadvantages, because it is really quite cool with this going backwards and forwards. It is quite a unique ride, especially here in the UK. So I think it's a great ride. I think it's a good investment still, and it's great that Chessington now have a bit more of a thrilling coaster, because I'd say their most thrilling was Dragon's Fury. And yeah, it would be great if one day in the future they get an extreme coaster to really make this park perfect for every single member of the family, from thrill seekers all the way down to young kids. That would make this park perfect. But right now, it still is fantastic. And yeah, I love Mandrill Mayhem. The hang time, just the hang time, is great. The thing is, if you've never done an upside down roller coaster before, I do think Mandrill Mayhem is a perfect one to begin with. When it comes to hang time, you're falling out of your seat, but obviously the lap bar with the rest restraint is catching you, so you do feel quite secure in there. But with a lot of roller coasters that go upside down, the forces keep you sitting in your seat, the G-forces, so you don't actually feel like you're going upside down. For example, on Nemesis at Reborn at Alton Towers, you're not getting hang time on that. The forces are keeping you stuck to your seat. Whereas this coaster, you're getting major hang time when you go through it the first time and the second time. And if you can do this one upside down, you can go on any roller coaster in the world upside down, trust me. And after my third ride on Mandrill Mayhem, I am deciding to call it a day and go back to the car and drive home. I've had a brilliant day today here at Chessington World of Adventures. It's been a trip down memory lane, because this is a park I've been going to all my life as a kid, and coming here as an enthusiast is just great fun. Now being able to experience Mandrill Mayhem and Dragon's Fury, two coasters which I wouldn't have dreamed of riding just a few years ago. This park is fantastic for families, and especially for those of you who are a little bit apprehensive about riding thrilling coasters. It's a great park to overcome your fear of roller coasters at. Really, really good. You know, you can overcome your fear of inversions if you're scared of going upside down, and just more thrilling coasters. I've had a really good day. Yeah, it rained a little bit every now and then, but it's kept the crowds away, so that's okay for me. And Chessington World of Adventures is located really nearby to Thorpe Park. So if you're if you're visiting Thorpe Park, Chessington definitely isn't one to miss. It's a brilliant theme park, and yeah, I've really enjoyed my day. So my name is Max Grindon. This has been Max G-Force. If you've made it to the end of the video, please do be sure to smash that like button and consider subscribing. Yeah, it really helps out the channel a ton, and thank you so much for watching.